Hi, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day. So, I hope wherever you are having a wonderful day filled with love and joy. And I hope really every day is filled with that happiness and just peace and comfort for all of you. So, if you are just joining me for the first time, my name is Val. I am a teacher. I am also a inspirational writer and speaker, as well as I do a lot of work with grief and trauma, and I do a lot of work with finding your life purpose and healing, whether it's your own your relationship with yourself or relationship with others. And I do tarot card readings as well. So, as those who know me on Facebook, here's our pick a card. And there are three decks, and I always say to just take your time and figure out either through your intuition or what your gut is telling you which card is pulling to you. And I always say you take what resonates with you, and what doesn't resonate, you just leave it to the side. And because these are general readings, what sometimes you find is that each pile may have a little bit of something for you. So, wherever your intuition is telling you to go, if it's just to pick one card or if it's to pick all three and listen to the messages for all three, you do whatever you are being led to. There's no right or wrong. The point is just to have fun with this and just to maybe you learn something along the way. So, this week's reading is messages that your Valentine would like you to know. And so, this may be someone that you're currently in a relationship with. It could be someone who is from your past or someone who you may not even be aware sees you as their Valentine, even though you may consider them a friend or just someone that you just see from time to time. So there are three piles here. We have pile number one, which is from the Golden Thread Tarot. Pile number two, which is from the Witch Tarot. Pile number three, the Illuminati Tarot. And so take a moment and just see which pile calls or you feel drawn to. Pile number one, pile number two, or pile number three. Okay, so we're going to get started with our reading. Let's move these to the side. Move this. So the Two of Cups is just an anchor card, just so that you know which one you're picking. And we have this beautiful heart rose quartz. So if you picked deck number one, here are the cards that we're looking at. Now these are from the Golden Thread Tarot. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Wands. Knight of Swords. Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Eight of Cups. Ace of Cups. And we also have the Six of Swords in reverse. Now from the notes from the universe on love and connection, we have I go where you go. And from the romance angels, we have calling in your soulmate. Make the effort. And love yourself first. So, from this reading, I feel like your Valentine wants you to know how much that they appreciate you. They've been going through a lot, feeling overwhelmed, a lot of anxiety, a need to do it all. And there's a lot that they've had on their plate, and a lot that they have shown you, and some of it that they haven't shown you. And they're tired. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling sometimes that they can't handle it all. And they also feel sometimes that they want to express that there's a lot going on and they're feeling overburdened, but they don't want to have conflict. So they're trying to avoid conflict. And the reason for that is pretty much with the Knight of Swords. They are someone who is afraid of showing their vulnerability. So they're going through a lot. They're feeling overburdened. And I feel this is mostly has to do with just responsibilities of work, just making sure that everything is secure and protected. Everything is going well. And at the same time, also making sure that everything is going well in your relationship. Because here we have the Ace of Cups. And there's someone that is just, they want to just make you happy. They're open to love. They're open to receiving. They're open to wanting to let you in, but they're afraid to do so. They're afraid to show their vulnerability. They're afraid of just allowing themselves to be vulnerable. And there is also, with the Six of Swords, a lot of emotional baggage that they're holding. And so I would surmise that from past relationships, they may have been rejected. They may have gone through a difficult relationship. And so they come into this new relationship with you and they want to give you the world and they want to give you love. They want to give you all of them. But at the same time, they're afraid of being rejected. They're afraid of just letting you see who they are. They're afraid of, if they allow themselves to be in the moment and to be who they are, then you may reject them. But they do want to move into a different direction. And I know a lot of times when people look at this card, the Eight of Cups, they think that they're letting go, they're leaving a relationship. But I see this card as someone who's going on a spiritual journey. And so you have this love here that they want to be able to take, that they want to be able to enjoy. But they know through their intuition that in order to see the sun, they need to go inward, and they need to go on that spiritual journey. So what is going to end up happening is they're overwhelmed. They're afraid of showing their vulnerability, possibly because of a past relationship. But they're going to go into their spiritual journey, go inward, heal those wounds, and they're going to come out to allow themselves to give you that love that you deserve, that passion that you deserve. They're looking to give you the world. They want to give you the world. They want to be able to give you the security, to give you all that you desire. They just need some time to work on themselves. And so when we look at the supporting cards, I go where you go. I see that this is a soulmate connection. And we have that here with the calling in of your soulmate. And so this is someone whom you may have been with in a past life, or someone that you are in this lifetime has been brought into your life for the both of you to provide that mirror of love and to inspire growth, to inspire healing, to inspire each of you to see the best versions of yourself. Because this person is going through a journey and they want you to know that even though they have been overwhelmed, even though they feel that they haven't been able to be vulnerable and open themselves fully to you, they understand that they need to start going inward so that they can start offering you the love. But they have to move into this place of loving themselves first. And so they've been worried so much about how you're going to accept them and to receive them. They also need to remember that when we look at the law of attraction, that when you love yourself, then that becomes a mirror image. So again, as soulmates, the two of you are mirroring each other. And so it's when, for example, I walk into a room and I have a nasty face, right, on, and other people may look at me and they may have like a reaction, and they may show a, like, just like a weird face. Why does she look like that? That's a very simple example, but it's the same thing. If you come into a relationship with an open heart, loving yourself, with knowing that you're enough, knowing that you are confident and that you are healing and that you are offering from your well of love, then that energy is mirrored onto the partner, and then they feel that. They feel the love, that well of love that you have, and they feel it in their heart. And at the same time, because they have that beautiful love of, love inside of them, because they see it by example of you, then they're able to give that back. So it becomes a reciprocal energy. And so they know that they need to love themselves first so that they can then allow themselves to open their heart and to be able to love you fully and deeply. And they also know that it's worth making the effort. They know that you are someone that they want to be with, someone that they want to build a life with, and someone that the steps needed in order to find healing, to discover who they are, discover all the great things about them too. It's worth it. And they're going to put in that effort so that they can make the relationship stronger, brighter, better, so that they can fill it with the love that they have inside of them and pour all that love into your union. For this is your soulmate. And they go wherever you go. And I pulled this crystal before even pulling out the cards. And I feel like this heart is just showing the wholeness and the fullness of the commitment that your Valentine wants you to know that they're putting in to your relationship. They love you. They cherish you. They value you. And also just with the wand energy here, they're really passionate about you. They think you're beautiful, sexy. They love your energy. And this is an energy that they want to keep in their life. But there's also a lot of, with the sword cards here too, there's a lot of just thoughts and anxiety, and they want to heal through that so that the two of you can come together and become one. So I hope that this reading was helpful and provided a little bit of clarity for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message below. And if you like this reading, please be sure to check back for other readings. Hit the like or subscribe button, and that will let you know when new readings come up. I hope that you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend as well. And we will go on now to reading number 2. So, if you are on reading number 2, we have the rough rose quartz. And again, we have the 2 of Cups as an anchor. We have the Lovers in reverse. 10 of Swords. Wow, this is interesting. So this particular deck has 2 10 of Swords. The author, artist, she created this one first, and then she created the regular 10 of Swords. So I just find it interesting that it is right next to the original card. But we have the 9 of Wands. We have the Empress. We have the Page of Wands. King of Wands. I'm sorry, Knight of Wands. And 7 of Cups. So, from your notes from the universe, we have give yourself much more credit. Very soon. New love. And engagement. So the first thing that I just want to say, sometimes when you receive cards that have words, sometimes they literally mean the words that you see, and sometimes it just means it's the closest expression that the tarot can give you. In this reading, though, I'm feeling it's not new love, meaning you're going to find someone new. I'm feeling it's going to be a new level of love and a new level of engagement that this Valentine wants you to know that they're going to put in to the relationship. And so in this reading, we have the Lovers in reverse, and your Valentine is aware that there's been disharmony. There may have been just the relationship may not be in balance. You may be going through a lot of challenges together, and your Valentine is aware of the struggles that have been going on. But they see you as the Empress energy, someone who is confident, someone who stands in their power, someone who is just full of magnetism, with love, with sensuality, but someone who's just assured of themselves. And I think sometimes, even though we have here the Knight of Wands, you also have this feeling, right, of confidence, someone who is steadfast. But I don't feel that your Valentine always feels as confident as you do. And so they're going through a lot, and they're feeling like they're struggling. But they also know that the rough times between you will end. And this is what I was saying is really interesting. because usually when you have a card in reverse, it tells you, pay attention to me. So when you have two of the same cards that are showing up, one is in the upright position and the other one is in reverse, it's saying, really focus on me. For I am saying that everything is fine, but I'm struggling. And I'm struggling a lot. And I see you as this beautiful empress. I see you as someone with confidence, with someone who deserves the world, deserves love, deserves abundance, deserves to be fulfilled. And I am trying to offer you that. But sometimes I fall short. Sometimes my head is in the clouds and there are all these things I want to do, all these things I want to give you, but I don't know where to start. And so sometimes I don't feel like I am good enough. And sometimes I don't feel that I know if I'm doing this correctly. And so that's what I'm feeling, is what your Valentine may be feeling. But they know that they are ready to defend the relationship and to fight and to make the necessary efforts to reset and go on this path of being able to just offer you who they are. And so what we have here with the Page of Wands is someone who's exploring that, just like in the first reading with the Eight of Cups, where the person was looking to go through their spiritual journey and to go on this road of self-discovery. This is it's a similar card of discovering your North Star, discovering what are the things that are needed in order to bring the relationship back into alignment. Because right now, as you see with the Lovers in the upside down position, it's not in alignment. Things are not balanced. And they're trying so hard to be everything that they think that you want them to be. And they're moving really fast and trying to have the same confidence that you have, but they're struggling. And they keep saying everything is fine, but they really know everything's not fine. And so they want you to know that they're going to try. They're going to realign themselves. They're going to embrace self-love more. And they're going to reduce the judgment that they have on themselves, trying to do so much and be so much so that they can offer you the world. For they realize that you know that they are this wonderful person. You see the inside of them. You see the goodness in them. And you also know that they no longer need to stress themselves out so much in trying to be all these things that they're struggling to achieve, which are all of these things, and to just allow themselves to be who they are. Give yourself much more credit. So your Valentine wants you to know that they're learning that they are enough. They're learning that they are enough for you. And they're learning that they are able to offer you a wonderful relationship filled with all of the things that make your relationship just wonderful and great. without having to try to be everything and to be someone else that they're not. To very soon to clearly decide what you want and have it come to you now. As they start moving into self-love, they're also going to begin deciding and putting a clear path on how to achieve balance, how to heal those parts of themselves that feels out of alignment, that feels in separation, that feels it's not good enough for you, that feels it has to do all of these different things in order to make you happy, and to realize that the two of you are enough. And that is all that matters. And again, just a quick aside here. There's a lot of wand energy, so there's a lot of creativity, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of fire. So they see you as someone who's really just someone who's great. And so in their head, they want to be great too, but they don't realize that they already are. They don't need to want to be. And the last two cards are the new love and engagement. And these are the two cards that I said that it doesn't mean that you're finding new love. It just is saying that your Valentine wants you to know that as they come into this oneness with themselves, they will be able to offer you new levels of love. As you can see here, it looks like the maiden is about to offer this gentleman something. Your Valentine wants to be able to offer you new love, a new level of love, and a new level of engagement where your relationship ascends to a higher level of understanding, of mutual respect. And again, this is going back to the law of attraction. When your Valentine is secure and aligned with themselves, then the relationship becomes secure and aligned, for energies start moving harmoniously. And so the other last thing I just wanted to point out is kind of like give yourself much more credit. You have this, in my head, I keep hearing diamond in the rough. And so you have this beautiful rose quartz stone. It is rough. It is not polished, but it is beautiful and it's magnificent. And it doesn't need to change. It doesn't need to be a heart stone or a palm stone. It just needs to be. And that is your Valentine wants you to know that they're working on themselves to just be and to be the best that they can for you, which is who they are normally. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to message me via the address below. And if you want to receive more readings, please feel free to hit the like or the subscribe button, and you'll receive notifications when new readings come out. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, so we're going to do the last set of cards. So this is from the Tarot Illuminati, and we have a rose quartz palm stone. Two of Cups is the anchor. And here we have the Empress in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Swords. Princess of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. The Devil. 7 of Swords reversed. It's not only about being right. Let your friends help you. free yourself. And you deserve love. So there is a lot of sword energy here, which means there's a lot going on in the head and in your thoughts and your belief systems. And there's also, with the pentacles, just a lot in your security and safety that's going on. And so your Valentine wants you to know that they're feeling, there's something that they want to tell you and express to you. They've been feeling really, this card shows emptiness, but I feel there's remorse. So with the Empress in reverse, there's remorse. And again, just like the other cards, they've been hurt from past relationships. And so here with the Three of Swords, we have this wounded energy, and they've been feeling that all their relationships in the past have caused pain and have caused a broken heart. And there's just a lot of remorse, and they've been feeling like their heart has been closed. So if you were looking at reading number 2, as we talked about, the Empress has that fullness, that standing in their power, and they don't feel like they've been standing in their power because of these past relationships that have really hurt them. But you provide them with a new perspective, and you allow them this opportunity to feel free, to allow themselves to break themselves from the past belief systems that the relationships in the past will be repeated here in the present. And they know that things can only look up, that we have here with the Ten of Swords. And so allowing those swords to fall out and allowing relief and allowing them to move into this relationship with new energy and letting go of the past. And so they want to be able to let go of the past, but there's some guilt and shame that they need to share with you because of these relationships in the past. They want to be able to open up their heart and to be vulnerable with you and to move into a deeper phase of a relationship in which they can share their fears and worries and why some of those fears and worries have been playing out in your current relationship. And they want to come clean. They want to be able to bare their soul and to allow themselves to just share with you everything that has been on their mind, that has been causing them worry, that has been feeling them like they've been in bondage, that they couldn't be themselves, that they couldn't let you see the real them, that they couldn't take off their mask. Because what they want to do is they see the potential in the relationship. They see you have the sun here on the horizon, and you have this beautiful energy. I feel like this relationship may be a new relationship. And so they want to have that relationship blossom. They want that relationship to really spring forward and to be just filled with happiness, with security. They want it to be stable. They want it to be the relationships or the model of the relationship that they didn't have in the past. But they're acknowledging that in order to move on from this heartache and hurt, they're going to have to have an open heart-to-heart conversation with you and let you know what's been going on. I feel that a lot of times there may have been disagreements between the two of you. Just this energy in which they're feeling, again, as I said, the guilt and shame, but it's also causing just tension. So we see here with the chains, it just feels like tension. It feels like shadow energy. There may have been arguments, there may have been disagreements, and they may have been through the hurt and through working, not really working through their shadow selves. And when I say shadow selves, I'm talking about those parts of ourselves that need healing, those parts of ourselves that we don't really like to look at because a lot of hurt is associated with it. So when that happens, when there's usually a disagreement and it triggers a hurt, we end up lashing out at the other person. And sometimes you may feel like it's about you, and it really isn't. It has to do with a lot of their past stuff. And so here we have the card. It's not only about being right. And sometimes I feel that your Valentine just wants you to know that when you get into those heated discussions or disagreements, and they have that energy of, I'm right, listen to me, I don't want to talk about it, or this isn't going anywhere, or something like that. They want you to know that it's because they're hurting right now. But they want to be able to open up and let you know what's been going on, why they feel sometimes the way they do, or why they lash out, or some of the things that they've been holding on to, anger and hurt, that they want to release so that they can offer you a full and stable relationship. So they're learning that it's not only about being right. They're learning that they have to allow you to come into their life, into their heart, into being better at communicating, and being able to open up their feelings more. And they also want you to know that they've been asking for help. And so asking for help from their friends, maybe asking for help from a therapist, on how to be able to release a lot of this guilt and shame and this heartache, and to be able to allow happy opportunities to come in, to have that beautiful relationship with you. Because they want to free themselves and they want to take back control of their lives. They know that they have been playing this story out for so long that it has become part of their story, their life, their, who they are. And now that they want this beautiful blossoming relationship with you, they know that they have to release those beliefs and to allow themselves to take back control and to give themselves freely to reset with you, because they know that you deserve love and they know that they deserve love as well. This is a really good person and they love you. And it may sometimes feel cold, or this feeling that they're not giving you 100% of themselves, but know that they love you and know that their end goal is to give you that solid commitment, that fulfilling relationship, because they don't want to be in this energy anymore. They want to be fulfilling, open, vulnerable, in their power, and showing you how much they love you. So I would say give them a little bit of time and allow them to continue working on themselves, and be there and be supportive, and know that if there's an argument or disagreements that take place, it has nothing to do with you. They're working through healing their story. And this is a cool stone. It's a palm stone, but it's also a worry stone. And so to allow yourself, your Valentine wants to release the worry, wants to release the stress and the tension and the anxiety. They want to be an open book to you, and they want to be able to fill your cup and give you that love that you deserve, that both of you deserve. So I hope that this reading has been helpful and it has offered some clarity. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me through the website below. And if you want more readings, please feel free to like or to share or to subscribe, and you'll get notifications of readings that will come up in the future. So I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to talking to you at the next pick a card. Have a great day.